God, I hated you in high school.
I think I hated you from the moment I saw you back in grammar school. I knew you were trouble.
You were such a priss, acting like you were better than everybody else.
Oh, you deliberately splashed me with mud. You threw that ball right in the middle of that puddle, and don't try and tell me that was an accident.
Never said it was.
You liar! That's exactly what you told Mrs. Porter.
I can't believe you're still harping about this all these years later. Who remembers crap like that? Not me.
Well, not surprising it wasn't you that had to go home with caked on mud on your shoes. What? What?
Little Miss Fucking Perfect, whose life has been such a popsicle dream, she has nothing more to complain about 50 years later than a little mud on her shoes.
Oh, you really are a piece of bug.
You don't have to sit here, you know.
I was here first. Well, you think I should move just because you choose to come and sit down next to me? You know, you do not intimidate me, Celeste.
The only people who say they aren't intimidated by something are the ones who are.
Oh, I can't believe this. Nearly 60 years old and she's still acting like a junior high schooler.
Oh, says the woman who brought up the mud puddle.
Oh, mind you, what else would I expect from someone who dresses like a 80s streetwalker?
Ooh, you even insult people like a priss. A streetwalker? Just say I dress like a whore. Or a prostitute at least. A streetwalker? Oh, my delicate ears.
Oh, well, I'm sure you're well acquainted with all the proper vernacular for that sort of thing.
And there's nothing wrong with the way I'm dressed, by the way. It's the part. It's not Covent fucking Gardens. Who are you dressed to impress anyway? The joggers and the nannies, and the little 4-year-olds.
Well, at least I'm dressed age appropriately.
Yeah? For when? Victorian age? Which one is yours, by the way?
What?
Which kid? I'm guessing one of these children belongs to you. A grandchild? What else would bring you out here?
Well, why do you want to know? So you can say a few insulting things about him or her, I suppose.
Wow, you really think I have so little class, don't you? I heard you married Ricky Stafford.
Richard.
Huh?
It's Richard. Richard Stafford.
Well, pardon me. You did all right for yourself. Not that there was ever any doubt about it.
What about you? Who did you marry?
Which time? Oh, come on now. You'd have been disappointed if I said anything else. Like everyone, you had to figure I was destined for multiple marriages, and you'd be right. Only 2, though. Plus a live-in here and there.
Really?
No, not really. 1 live-in is all. Funny. That's the one that's still around, the one that's stuck. 14 years. Longer than both marriages put together.
Then why haven't you?
Well, I learned it's the I do that's the real kiss of death. Something about that little piece of paper seems to turn halfway decent guys into total jerks. Of course, I run with a different class of people than you do, I'm sure. Ever go to any of the reunions?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Who needs to be reminded of how wonderful other people's lives are? How big the houses they live in are, or how their children are all rocket scientists and doctors and presidents of big companies. I heard I won an award at the first one, though. Most kids in 10 years. Finally, an award, and I wasn't even there to pick it up. Oh, well. Oh, come on now, you can't do that.
Do what? This?
It's a public place.
Oh, it's outdoors. If you don't like it, move.
I'm not gonna move.
Well, then just hold your breath for 3 minutes. Oh, how dare you! You pick that up!
Not a chance, sweetheart. And you're not gonna pick it up either.
Oh, get your hands off me!
There are people all around, children. You can't pollute the air around them.
They are 25 feet
They
away!
can still see you. Your own grandchild can still see you. Kids are very impressionable. You want them to start smoking because they see you doing it and they think it's all right?
What the hell are you? Some sort of Girl Scout?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a Girl Scout. I'm a regular fucking Girl Scout. Remember?
Well, you know, if you're going to get all up on your high horse about second-hand smoke, I would just like to remind you that dropping the F-bomb left and right isn't exactly model behaviour either.
Oh, fine, Miss Priss.
Oh, and you can stop the name-calling too. I'm not that much of a fucking prude.
Woo!
So which one is yours? Or ones? I assume several.
Only 5. I left the other 11 back at the trailer park today. Not enough shoes to go around, so they trade off.
Right, so you have some moral objection to chewing gum as well now, do you? It'll undermine the moral fibre of the children.
I'm diabetic, but thanks.
I'm sorry.
See that little snot-nosed brat digging in the dirt over there? The one with the duck on her shirt? She's mine. My only grandchild, actually. None of my others have any kids or want to have them. Because I was such a fine example of parenting, apparently.
Well, she's pretty.
Yeah, she is, isn't she? It's what gets me up in the mornings.
You get to babysit her quite a bit.
Yeah, if by quite a bit you mean all day, every day, then yes. Her mama and daddy got themselves killed in a car accident.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I certainly didn't expect at this stage of life to be starting over again, raising a 4-year-old. Oh, I'll be 74 by the time she graduates from high school. And, oh, she will graduate. I promise you that. You know how are those times in your life when you say to yourself, if I just had a chance to do something over again, I'd do it different next time? Well, I guess that's what this is all about. Terrible price to pay, getting to do something over again at the expense of your very own son, but how else am I to look at it? I figure I made every possible mistake with all the others, but this time, this little girl, well.
None of them belongs to me.
You don't have any grandchildren?
Oh, I do. I don't get to see them very often. I suppose that's why I come here, really, to remind myself what my own grandchildren might be doing right now. I'm told I was quite a cold mother and wife, come to that. So maybe you weren't so far wrong after all. Miss Priss, that's me. Dear Richard, what the hell, Ricky, he departed for greener pastures some years back. For someone who didn't dress quite so age appropriately. Someone who could probably laugh about getting their shoes splashed with mud. Now look, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I didn't like you growing up in high school, and I don't like you now. But there were along the way 1 or 2 moments, perhaps, where, well, I caught sight of you in the cafeteria or after school in the parking lot, and you were usually doing something obnoxious and vulgar, surrounded by your cronies and laughing hysterically. And I wonder, what's so funny? And then just for a moment, once or twice, just maybe for half a moment, there was just the slightest sense of
envy?
Hardly. Of wondering what that must feel like, to just let go like that.
But it passed.
Oh, quickly.
Oh.
If it was there at all. I mean, believe me, I had no desire to be anything like that. Anything like you.
Oh, makes sense. Well, I'm out of here. Gigi, you gather up your pail and shovel, darling. It's time to go. You know, if you ever hope to spend a little more time with the grandkids, Better quit the cigarettes. You reek of smoke.
You mind your own damn business.